Welcome back to EBHS Class of 2020. It is great to see you in person. I'd also like to welcome all of our family and friends that are here with us in the stands, as well as those that are watching via the live stream. It's been a very, very long journey, but we've got here. We got here because we are EB Schools Strong. And we got here because we have an extremely dedicated staff that worked hard over the last couple months and made this happen. So I'd also like to thank the entire staff as well. I'll be brief, but Class of 2020, let it be known that myself, the administration, and the staff is so proud of you and want to send you off with the best wishes possible. We wish you much health, success, and happiness. Go out and make EB proud. Now, let's get started. We have a couple friends with us here today that want to help kick this off before we turn it over to our enunciators, Miss Kenny Stein and Miss Rocha. So, Mr. Hannes, let's go, and Bears, let's go. Let's get going.
Welcome to J. Doyle Field for the East Brunswick High School Class of 2020 graduation celebration. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by the Student Council President, Joy Alasmar.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as our award-winning chorus and band, led by Mr. Adam Good and Mr. Brian Toth, present the national anthem and the alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous tides o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Standing high upon the hilltop is our home, laughing heart. These gods that carry proudly on, with their colors green and white, sing their words and their praises, let them ring forever through. Our home, the honored alma, these gods that carry
Thank you. Please be seated. A farewell address will now be presented by the Class of 2020 President, Naomi Brovman.
Good morning, fellow graduates, faculty, administration, board members, parents, family, and friends. It is my honor to address the Class of 2020 in person with a few thoughts and wishes as we graduate from East Brunswick High School. First, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge our Teacher of the Year, Dr. Alan Brodman. Would you please stand? I would also like to acknowledge our Support Staff Person of the Year, Mr. Jason Schultz. We appreciate all of the dedicated work both of you have done for our school. Thank you to my parents and family for supporting me throughout this entire journey. A special thanks to Dr. Vanella and Mr. Hannes for pushing to make today happen. Shout out to Ms. Rocha and Ms. Kenny Stein, and also Ms. Rice and Wildy. It has been chaotic for all of us to get to this moment, but now we are finally here, face to face, in caps and gowns and masks. During the past few months, we have experienced life as never before. Although our senior year ended differently than expected, we still have so much more to be remembered by. Who knows? Maybe we'll be the last class that was all allowed to cram into the bear den. Or the last to take a yearbook photo grouped tightly together on the football stadium bleachers. Or the last to squish 3 to a seat, on a school bus for a field trip. We were the first class to have 1 virtual graduation and then 4 live, and that teaches us to have hope. We are also the first class in over 25 years to graduate on this field. And while it's true, that we have lost so much, spring sports, our spring drama production, Decision Day, senior variety show, senior send-off, senior assassin, our prom, yearbook signings, goodbyes in the halls of EBHS, and the expected graduation together at the arena, closure as it should be, we do not have to let the final few months at EBHS define our 4 years filled with lasting memories. We can look back and laugh about rushing to get a seat on the Churchill activity bus, the excitement over semi in the cafeteria, and stressing about sophomore orientation. We should not focus our energy on what we have lost, but rather recognize what we have gained. C.S. Lewis said, "Hardships often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destiny," and I know that this is true for us. We should view this time home from school as an opportunity that we had to learn in a non-traditional way. We learned that getting up before the sun and driving to school in the dark is something we could actually miss. We learned that having to wear IDs above the waist at all times is not the worst thing. We learned how social media and the internet can keep us connected, yet at the same time, we also learned the value of physically being near one another. We learned that we can make all the plans we want. We can buy dresses and create promposals, and we can plan graduation parties, but life still sometimes gets in the way. We also learned a lot about ourselves. We learned how to manage our time, we learned who and what is important to us, and we learned not to take the little things for granted. This time staying home was also a freedom. It was a freedom to think, a freedom to create, a freedom to hope, and a freedom to plan. And most recently became a freedom to recognize inequality around us, and for each of us to decide how we want to make change. And as we enter this new phase of our lives, we are free to be anything we want to be. Our high school graduation is not a finish line, but a starting line. Graduating marks the start to each of our futures. We will be mothers and fathers, business professionals, first responders, educators, members of the armed forces, engineers, lawyers, and artists. We will be compassionate, honest, loving, and resilient. We will be whoever we want to be, but today we are the East Brunswick High School class of 2020, and for that we should be proud. I wish success and happiness for all of us as we begin this next chapter of our lives. Congratulations, everyone.
We will now hear from the valedictorian of the class of 2020, Lucy Zhao.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well during these challenging times. I know none of us were expecting such a graduation, but we are so thankful to the administration for putting something this special together for us. So, without further ado, here's a little bit of my heart that I would like to share with you today. In 42 minutes, you can learn about the chemical equation describing the dissociation of carbonic acid, why Genghis Khan was one of the most notorious leaders in history, or the specific wording used in A Midsummer Night's Dream. In those same 42 minutes, you can also make vanilla ice cream that tastes better than the ones from Costco right in your chemistry class, argue why one of the most obscure historical figures should actually be the greatest American, or stage a disarmingly humorous rendition of Act 2 of Hamlet. Thank you, East Brunswick High School, for gifting us 6,840 of those 42 minutes. To the faculty who have watched us grow from chicks to birds, to the friends who have accompanied us through thick and thin, to the families who have loved us unconditionally, thank you for giving us an education that is alive and well. Speaking of education, I want to share with you a story about uncertainty. In AP Chemistry, I was introduced to the concept that you could not precisely know both the position and momentum of a particle at the same time. This concept is aptly named the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. I was fascinated and perplexed that something in science could be uncertain. Why? Wasn't the beauty of so many things in their constancy, their certainty? 1 + 1 = 2, Columbus found America in 1492. Confused, I looked more into the actual equation for this principle, until I realized it wasn't an equation. It had an inequality sign in it, which means that things were up for grabs. There was a chance I could be extremely off in predicting anything about this obscure particle. What was the point of this mathematical joke? Yet, there was something beautiful about this whole thing. And then I realized what exactly that was. Aim at all the equal signs. Aim at all the f = ma's and sine squared plus cosine squared = 1's. Here was an inequality. Here was flexibility, room for change. I think, quite often in life, we write too many equations for ourselves. We are encouraged to solve a problem the correct way. We are asked to declare a major. We take specific classes to satisfy graduation requirements. We are so certain of where we are headed, and our dreams become a rigid thing shining at the end of the tunnel. But do we remember that the train takes a winding path to get to that light? Change is what makes life sparkle. A child who wants to be a princess businessperson ninja or a superhero veterinarian president thankfully adjusts his or her goal. Some of the greatest thinkers transformed their field because they asked a single question outside of their original field of interest. Change matures our dreams and refreshes our outlook. Discovery is a path rarely traveled because change is fundamentally uncomfortable. But think of a door. When you push a door open, you are not only exiting an old place, but entering a new one. It takes courage to step into your potential. Don't be afraid to embrace an uncommon idea or to dip your toes into a question you don't fully understand. Don't be scared to recognize where improvements are needed and take action, both in yourself and in the world. It takes boldness to eliminate an equal sign. Class of 2020, I'm speaking these words to you during an exceptional time in history. There are many things the world is not sure of. There are many questions that remain unanswered. But beyond all the fear and confusion, I have a strong faith that unprecedented times breed unprecedented people, and that includes you. Each and every one of you is a miracle. You have no replica on this earth, and likewise, your impact will be unique. With whatever talents you have, sow them and water them, so that they may be reaped for the betterment of those around you. Love those who feel unloved. Reach out your hand to someone who needs it. And while you walk this path called life, never forget to smile, laugh, and write some bold inequalities. To the East Brunswick High School class of 2020, congratulations, and may God bless you in all of your endeavors. Thank you.
The chorus will now present their rendition of See You Again, recorded by Charlie Puth and arranged by Roger Emerson.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Why'd you have to leave so soon? Yeah. Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me when I needed you the most? 'Cause I don't really know how to tell you without feeling much worse. I know you're in a better place, but it's always gonna hurt. Carry on. Carry on. Give me all the strength I need. Carry on. Carry on. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way. Come a long way. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Oh, oh, oh. How do I breathe without you? Feeling so cold. I'll be waiting right here till the day you're coming home. Carry on. Carry on. Give me all the strength I need. Carry on. Carry on. So let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go. And every road you take will always lead you home. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Oh, oh, oh. When I see you again. Oh, oh, oh. When I see you again.
We will now hear from the faculty speaker as voted by the members of the graduating class of 2020, Dr. Alan Brodman.
Thank you, and welcome to the members of the Board of Education, Dr. Valesky and Central Administration, Dr. Vanella and the high school administration, my teaching colleagues and other members of our school community, parents, and most importantly, the members of the East Brunswick High School class of 2020. I am extremely honored that you've chosen me to be the faculty speaker, particularly as I am joining you in moving on from the high school as well. There is a certain symmetry here, as 43 years ago, I was a member of the East Brunswick High School class of 1977, sitting on this football field, awaiting my graduation. Since I cannot remember who it was that provided our faculty speech, I will take that as a sign that I should try to keep this as short as possible. Normally, this is where I would begin to talk about the importance of this day, your future, etc. However, we need to recognize that this graduation is unlike so many of its past iterations, and clearly not what you or I were expecting. None of us anticipated that we would not be sharing it with our whole school community. That we are here today acknowledging this most important and transitional event is a testament to your resilience and strength. You persevered and adapted to a new way of learning and interacting with people. I request that you take the opportunity to think about this time of transition. Try to step out of who you are and think about who you want to be. For all of you, this is a time when you move from the comfort of your family and what you have known into a future which is far less settled. I would encourage you to embrace this change, as you have been forced to embrace change as a result of COVID-19. Life is about change. It is about seeing this as an opportunity. Perhaps unknowingly, you've been spending your life to date preparing for this moment and similar moments to come. You've been inculcating the values and principles which will guide you as you explore this journey called life. Your experiences with your family, friends, and even maybe your teachers have provided you with the means to embark on this journey. What I am advocating to you is enjoy the ride. Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood once noted that often when you are at the end of something, you are at the beginning of something else. You are beginning your life where you begin to make decisions for yourself and plot your future. Embrace the possibility of change. Life may not go exactly as you intend it to go today. That's okay. Nothing is set in stone, and what seems important now may not be 20 years from now. Life is not a picture frozen in time. It is more akin to a movie, which you are writing as you go along. Rather than fearing this unknown, embrace it. Experience life. Take chances. Go down the unknown path and see where it leads. Be a part of something. Don't just observe life. Get your hands dirty and live it. As you continue down this path, find others to share your life with. Friends, family, a significant other, your own society, as it were. Unfortunately, our society is in the midst of dealing with a soul-searching moment. Our nation is torn by issues of racism and inequality. issues which my and previous generations have failed to address. As you begin your voyage through life, I would ask you to learn from our mistakes and work to find a solution to these long simmering issues. Be agents of real change. Participate in society. Speak your mind. Act. Embrace the role of being a citizen in our society. We live in a nation which allows us the opportunity to be the sovereigns in our society. Take the opportunities provided. Educate yourself about issues. Discuss. Volunteer. Vote. You are our future. Having taken my opportunity to advocate for civic engagement, I leave you with one last thought. This life is your voyage. The destination, whatever that might be, is nowhere near as important as the voyage itself. Enjoy that voyage and make it your own. Bon voyage and congratulations, East Brunswick High School class of 2020.
Now presenting the EBHS class of 2020. Please make sure you bring up your seating card as you approach the stage.
Alex Lee. Gabriela Ledesma. Marissa Lieber. Alyssa Lorenciana. Samantha Lau. Rohit Ladupali. Joanne Pauline Laritza. Zachary Lardieri. Andrew Lamb. Naomi Bravman. Kyle Lynn. Jessica Ligas. Nathaniel Levitt. Stephanie Leung. Nico Lee. Levon Lee. John Lee. Alice Lee. Nicholas Lopez. Nayeli Lopez. Maria Lombardo. Garrett Liu. Malcolm Linehan Herring. Miles Lindsay. Andre Lindo. Sarah Lindeman. Tyler Lynn. Ryan Lynn. Matthew Mai. Sarah Magrino. Sneha Magesh. Madison Alana McCurry. Adriana Macatella. Zihang Ma. Stephen Lydell. Tien Liu. Kylie Luke. Zoe Lublin. Caitlin Marquez. Apostolos Maroulis. Megan Marcos. Alfred Joseph Markshev. Nicole Marquez. Thomas Mansour. Victoria G. Mango. Sahil Malhotra. Mandy Mayer. Dennis McGinnis. Magdalene McGlynn. Maddie McDermott. Dylan McCann. Emily Mazio. Valerie Mound. Helena Matar. Brian Marks. Armando Martinez Peralta. Jillian Marsicano. Bishoy Michael. Cheyenne Menezes. Right. Rishi Mendarata. Kaylin Melendez. Ravish Mehta. Ilyas Makri. Kavya Migada. Alexandra Medley. Ryan McSweeney. Ariana McLean. Hibatullah Mohammed. Stephen Machio. Sameh Mawad. Philip Mizritsky.
Sylvia Mina. Amanda Miller. Sebastian Maluski. Mark M. Malad Gali. Joseph Middleton, Jr. John Michael. William Morace. Danilo Enrique Montez. Raisa Xantha Dato Montano. Sophia Sampson. Leanne Nicole Murphy. Caitlin Murphy. Brenna Murphy. Nicholas Morabito. Simran Mookie. Saya Mookie. Isabel Muhia. Ethan Moss. Stephanie Nelson. Alina Negron. Alana Negron. Pranav Nair. David Negeb. Matthew Myron. Melissa Meyer. Ryan Murray. Matthew Murphy. Matan Omansky. Aaron O'Kane. Jason O. Griffin O'Connor. Liba Noor. Adaisy Njoku. Kevin Naranjan. Gabriel Nesser. Kush Patel. Jeet Patel. Leewan Park. Kevin Y. Park. Kevin Pangol. Yejin Pak. Olivia Valentine Owens. Madison Otten. Jacqueline Sabina Osorio Ozorco. Cassidy Ort. Kaylee Keelis. Christopher Pusung. Christopher L. Proya. Olivia M. Perez. Jalen Perez. Isabella Pereira. Marissa Percoco. Priya Patti. Suresh Patel. Joshua Radona. Sanchita Ray. Obir Rashid. Siddhartha Rao. Justin Ramsmooch. Joseph Ramnarine. Avinash Ramkelawan. Lorena Ramirez Villeda. Elvira Ramirez Villeda. Catherine Quinn. Emma Ruffner. Lexi Roshkoven. Brandon Ritwager. Isabella Riera. Brian Richards. Jessica I. Riccio. Cassandra Wren. Alice Wren.
Congratulations, graduates, class of 2020. This concludes our ceremony. At this time, graduates, much health, happiness, and success. In order to have an orderly dismissal and safe removal from the stadium, we're going to ask all parents first to come down, exit to that side of the stadium, and then you'll be directed out to the parking lot. Graduates, you'll be at one row at a time. You go directly back through the arch. There's a gift for you on your way out. Be well. Go do great things. Congratulations.